how are you?
I am well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Now,
Mm.
this is a very serious piece, a very serious topic. How has your emotional health, or what, when you were on set and then when you wrapped, what was your emotional health, or what was that moment where you had to just kind of like sit back and decompress everything?
I was good. I was good. I really loved doing it. I loved finding this character and putting her forward. And I think that, you know, I also wasn't working every day, so I didn't have to live in that space every day for months. Um,
Hmm.
but I also think that there is a safety on set
Hmm.
that when we leave the set we don't experience. When we leave the set, that's when, you know, stuff is potentially wild. um
Right.
so there was a safety in creating that space in that circumstance. um
Hmm.
and I was grateful to be able to find this woman and to put her forth and to show her to the world, because I think that this world and this country has a responsibility to see
Hmm.
vulnerability, to see what uh, white supremacy, for lack of a better thing to say, um,
Hmm.
does to people, and how it ruins people and hurts people's lives, and also how it hurts the very people who are employing it. Um,
Hmm.
that is also visible in the space of this show. Um, and I don't think that Black women should have the responsibility of being um, the Rock of Gibraltar. We too are
Hmm.
allowed to experience hurt that breaks us, and to acknowledge it, and to be broken, and to be honest about that. And I think that's important to see, because we are not infallible, we are not unfeeling, we are not uh, unable to be hurt. We hurt a lot,
Hmm.
we hurt deeply, um, and have done so for a very long time. But you also see in this a
Absolutely.
heroine who refuses to be taken down, and
Hmm.
refuses to be taken down without a fight. And you see the strength of the love of family. Um,
Yeah.
and you see a joy in who we are, and a love for who we are, and a love for each other, and this beautiful, beautiful Black family, because they're beautiful. Um,
Absolutely.
so there's a lot happening in this show. There's
There's
a lot
definitely a
happening.
lot. And I mean, even looking at it, I'm terrified of scary anything. I'm like, ooh, at a bug. So looking at it and seeing that, in this topic, a lot of times it's the men that take the lead. But as you mentioned, a lot of women, and these women are forefront. So why do you think it's important to be able to portray this type of topic with a woman as front and center?
Well, women make the world. um, Women keep civilization moving forward, moving at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Women, I think it's very interesting to see that there's Deborah Ayerinde, who plays Lucky Emery. There's Allison Pill, whose character name just escaped me, who is a white neighbor across the street and also gives a phenomenal performance.
Mm-hmm.
These women are driving the situations that are happening, and but also what you see is that men are constantly trying to take women down.
Mm-hmm.
They're constantly trying to take women and put them in a place, their place, a different
Yeah.
space. Um, uh, Everybody's intimidated by a Lucky Emery, and they want to take
Mm-hmm.
her down. Apparently, people were intimidated by me and my family when we moved into
Mhm.
the neighborhood, and they did their best, and they did a really good job terrorizing us.
Yeah.
Um, Allison Pill's character is an awful person,
Mhm.
and she is the leading factor in that faction of terroristic neighbors who are petrified by
Mhm.
the thought of something different, and in that unfounded fear uh, act horribly.
Yeah.
But she's also coming from a place where she was subjugated, and the men in the town are constantly telling these women who are doing these horrible things to shut up and sit down and do something else,
Mhm.
but they're driving that ugliness forward as well. It's a really interesting space,
Yeah.
and probably somebody will be somebody's study later on.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting, and some amazing performances. Amazing performances. I'm really proud to be um, working with a group of people who take this so seriously. I will say that, like Allison and Deborah, they give some phenomenal performances, and it was a joy to play hardball with Deborah in this piece.
Yes, the performances were absolutely outstanding, and as yours was as well, just absolutely amazing. I think that's what keeps me watching, even though I'm terrified, is just the amazing performances. It was absolutely great. So thank you so much. And again, you did an amazing job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.